So this one's pretty easy, guys. If you own a 2010 to 2014 Raptor and you're looking for the most affordable front bumper upgrade currently available, then you should be checking out the RedRock 4x4 off-road tubular front bumper. Now, even though this is the most affordable, that's not to say it's a cheap bumper. Obviously, you did not buy a Raptor to be cheap, and you should not be concerned about the quality here. Even though the RedRock bumper is a lot less expensive than some of the other options, I'm happy to say, having done a couple of these bumpers myself, the quality of this one definitely stands up against all the other options currently available. It is a very simple bumper, it's very sleek, and I like it because of that reason. I think it gives the Raptor that pre-runner look that the truck is really intended to show off, and I think overall it's going to improve your off-road capabilities for that reason. You do get a nice little improvement in your overall approach angles, as you can see here. Other reason I really like this bumper, again, even though it's the most affordable, it's still very well built. It's actually made out of stainless steel throughout and has a very nice black powder coat finish on here. This is not a painted finish, so this thing will stand up to anything you throw your truck at on the trails. It's a very easy install as well. It's a bolt-on application. You can definitely get this done at home in the driveway with basic hand tools. It is a little bulky and time consuming, so I'm still going to give the install 2 out of 3 wrenches on my difficulty meter. It is a little bit heavy, so I would definitely have a friend with you or maybe some jack and jack stands, but besides that, again, it is a bolt-on application. There's no custom modification required to get this bumper installed. So if you want to get a really affordable bumper upgrade, you like the look of the RedRock 4x4, go ahead and stick around. I'm actually going to show you guys how to get this installed in just a moment. To install your new front bumper, you'll need the following tools: a standard drive ratchet, a 10mm socket, and a 21mm socket. Optional tools include a cordless impact. So removing your factory bumper is pretty easy. You can definitely do this in the driveway. Like I said, you don't even really need to get the truck off the ground any more than it is. In order to remove the factory bumper, there are 4 nuts retaining it. So to remove those nuts, you're going to need a 21mm socket. So before we throw our new bumper on, we actually have to pull some hardware from the factory bumper. We're actually reusing the studs that those 21mm nuts secure the bumper to on the truck. Now to remove those bolts on here, we actually have to remove these plates to get to them. To remove these plates, you're going to need a 10mm socket. So now that we have our factory bumper removed, I wanted to show you guys a quick comparison of our new one. That way we can see how much of an upgrade this is in terms of looks and function. One of the things I really like about the new bumper is the fact that it has a black powder coated finish. The factory bumper does not have a powder coated finish, so while it looks good, it's safe to say if you use your Raptor the way it was intended, you take it off road or you throw it through some brush or debris, this will start to scratch. The finish might crack, fade, or peel. It's not the case with the powder coat finish. This is actually a baked on finish. It's tough as hell. It's safe to say you can throw this thing through some rocks and mud, things like that. You're not gonna have to worry about the finish coming off. Other reason I really like this new bumper is it's a lot stronger, it's a lot more rigid than the factory bumper. The tubular setup adds a lot of strength to it. Doesn't add a lot of weight, I'm happy to say. It's actually not that much heavier than the factory bumper. You also got these nice welded plates on the front of the new bumper. The welds are really well done, they're thick, and it's gonna add more rigidity and more strength even still. But what I like most about this bumper is the fact that you can actually install some light mounting options in the center here. If you do pick up the optional LED light bar, it bolts right on. Includes a provided wiring harness, but if you wanted to get creative and use your own lighting solutions, there are plenty of ways to go about it with this bumper. And last but not least, it is a bolt-on application. The brackets where the bumper bolts onto the truck are a bit reinforced compared to the factory bumper, but there's no custom hardware to install it. We're actually going to reuse our factory hardware to get the new bumper on. So without further ado, let's go ahead and show you how to get it done. All right, now that you have those bolt plates removed from the factory bumper, all I gotta do is throw them in the holes on the new bumper. You're gonna hold them in place with these little plastic retainers until you tighten down those 21mm nuts. It's also a good time to point out, obviously our mesh grill is not installed on our bumper. We're actually going to leave that uninstalled because we're probably going to throw some auxiliary lighting on this later. So once you got those 21mm nuts tightened down, that'll actually wrap up the install. It also wraps up my review of the RedRock 4x4 off-road tubular front bumper fitting your 2010 to 2014 Raptor. I'm Travis, thanks for watching, and for all things F-150, keep it right here at AmericanTrucks.com.